Hello, welcome back to the DROD RPG Year of RPG 2025 contest. The Cyclotron by Kieran Miller. Yellow, green, blue, shovel, and greckles. Those are, in fact, 5 different resources that you can carry. Alright, things you should know. There is custom scoring, and hot tiles do 50 damage. Okay. And we get to see the whole thing. Pretty small, though. Alright, so here, I guess, this is kind of the same as the previous entry, funnily enough. I have a yellow key, I make one choice, then I get one green key, with which I make one choice, then I get a blue key, and I go to the end. So I'm already primed to not like this, because I didn't like the previous one, but let's see what happens here. No greckles from anybody. Plus 10 greckles. If I do that. Okay, interesting. And then a greckle gate that costs 10. Oh, so again, it doesn't matter. My choice is I got one shovel, I dig either sand patch, dirt block, and then I grab the greckles and I go forward. And then I get a yellow key, go through here, go through here. I do have the option at this point of grabbing this green key and then coming back here to grab one of these blues, the other of these blues instead of this. And then I grab a shovel, get the other greckle bit, and then go through the other greckle gate. Okay. We'll see. So instinct is... stats probably help. Roach and spider are cheaper if I grab that attack. Wraithwing is not. So that tells me I'm probably doing this, and then... it saves a little bit. And then this. Or I'm doing it the other way. If I want the defense. I have the health. Yeah, I do have to do this yellow. Can't do the other one. So I can go for 1 attack or 2 defense here. Well, the attack does make the other Wraithwing cheaper. In either case, I just die. Okay. So I did not, in fact, have the help. Okay, so I now have the stats. I think I have to do attack, though, because if I do defense... Oh no, I can survive that. Okay. Well, a little bit more interesting than the previous entry because of the ability to backtrack a little bit. And I wonder if that's the whole gimmick here, because here now I can grab the yellow and go back and grab a green, and then use that green to come in here and grab a blue. So I'm not forced to take this yellow right here necessarily. So really my choice is... Oh, I see. That's what the whole starting thing was. You spend a yellow key and you get a green key. You spend a green key, you get a blue key. Spend a blue key, you get a shovel. And spend a shovel and you get greckles. Every single time. Alright, so I'm currently on yellow. So it's just a matter of choosing which yellow I want. Health or defense? Let's grab the defense, because getting that early seems like a good idea. Okay, green key I have... Health or defense. Okay, let's grab that. Blue, I have to do spider because otherwise I die. Okay, I can do... Interesting. It's exactly the same, it's just a matter of whether I choose 200 health or 50 health. And hot tiles do flat damage, so I guess we'll just grab the more hit points instead of the less hit points. Alright, and then from here, Puff can get cheaper with attack. Spider is also to attack. Defense matters more on the Puff. Is that how attack works? It hits multiple times because it has more health but no defense. Okay, well after this I get yellow. If I don't do the Puff, I'm forced to do that roach. One attack does make it cheaper, so you know what? One attack does make it cheaper, plus it gives me the advantage of not having to think about this screen ever again. At least on this run. Okay, don't get a choice here. Don't get a choice here. Antlions... yeah, they're ways off from being cheaper. And don't get a choice here. Okay. Now I have to do this because I don't have access to any yellow doors. Okay. So basically I've now committed to doing the entire branch until I get access to the hot tile key down there. So if I do up, I get one attack right away. One attack makes no difference at all with these enemies, so I think I'm going to choose defense. Alright, then I have to do this. Does the... I guess I could have actually checked. That one attack, the second attack, does that make a difference? No. No. Okay. And that's 2 entire rooms cleaned out. I probably could have gotten here without having to clean out everything like that. If I had chosen a different path. I will probably be replaying this one as well, I imagine. Okay, yellow, don't have a choice, have to do that, so we're starting with green. Okay. So I can grab health or I can grab stats. Well, it's not a whole lot of health, and I think I want stats. Blue. I can either get a shovel or I can get some stats earlier, and I even get health out of it. And antlions are going to be a long time before they're cheaper, and I want stats before fighting basically every other enemy. Not antlion or wraithwing, okay, but everything else. So I can go for Greckles. If I go for Greckles, I'm just stuck though, so I have to go this way. Yeah, so I could just break through right now. Go through the Mud Baby. I'm not going to. I'm not even going to look ahead. That'll be for the second playthrough when I start making those kinds of decisions. For now, I'm just going to keep moving forward. So, antlions, there's 5 attack here, so they're actually never going to get cheaper. Whereas the spider will. I guess the antlions do get cheaper with defense, but they don't hit that many times either. So I think I actually just want to do this. Alright, and then one attack doesn't make any difference, but multiple attacks might. Well, it's only the Mud Baby at this point. Do I have to do this? Spider does get cheaper if I get defense. But it also gives me access to a yellow door, because if I do this, I might actually be getting myself stuck. Well, let's try it. Okay, those are cheaper. Might as well avoid the fight for now. Oh yeah, no, I can't go forward. Yeah. So really, Well... Okay, I think the actual problem was that I didn't do this. Green, might as well do this. Blue. I got a shovel either way. Neither of them's getting cheaper. They both hit me twice. Doesn't matter, let's open the one that gives access to another door. Okay, and we need to open yellow. Unless we go forward. Which we are not doing. So I've decided that's a level of complexity for future playthrough. Alright, so we have as many stats as possible, that's what you do. Oh, okay, first score point. Problem with playing this when it's still a contest entry is that I don't actually save scores. Alright, yellow. I think I'm just dead. Okay. Yeah, I do not have enough health. So that's as far as we get. Alright. I don't know if there's a autosave at the very start, but I guess we'll just do this. Okay. So last time I did the stats first, but now I realize you can actually go back and collect things. If I don't grab the stats first, what happens? What happens is I'm forced to grab the stats before continuing anyway. Okay. It does autosave here. Okay, good to know. So I think I might as well... I don't have enough health to grab the defense if I do that. Okay. We will do it this way then. Get some health to start. Get the defense. Yeah, because that saves us 12 on the spider. Not take a bunch of damage. That one attack probably made a big difference though. I already am not liking how this is going. So we can grab the defense. I guess we grab the health here. Yeah, and because we can go back, there's one attack behind a couple of doors there. But this gives me defense right away. So I only need to consider the first area when I have yellow. Blue. Antline could be cheaper, spider could be cheaper. Have to do that. Okay, spider got cheaper. What about the puff? If I grab the attack instead, I do get +2 attack, which saves me 21 damage on the puff. But this just gets me an attack right away. In either case, though, wherever I get the green door, I have to spend it immediately, which is just health for a key. Okay, but this way comes with eventual defense as well. And now I still have choices, so I can actually go back here. And with the Greckles, I can continue pushing forward. Which I think I want to do, because I'm assuming that I get better trades in here. More stats. Also, just in general, I want to avoid spending these non-stat trades as much as possible. So, like, this would be an attack. But, like, this is pretty terrible. Like, I never want to open that if I can help it. So we can go yellow to green. However, this opens us towards a really nice cache. Pop won't be all that much cheaper. So let's just grab the defense. Blue. Yeah, we have terrible blue, or we have slightly less terrible blue here. Do we want to open up another yellow? This looks like good stuff behind you. So digging... I mean, there's some stats down there that aren't bad. Behind the dirt. This one up here, we also kind of want to avoid. I think I just dig forward. Alright, so I could push through the Mud Baby. Mud Baby gets significantly cheaper with one more attack, though. And there's one attack here that's not too expensive. So let's do that. Spend the yellow up here. This is a pretty good green because it doesn't really cost anything. Blue, then I guess I'm probably just grabbing the shovel. Well, I'm grabbing a shovel either way, but this has better stuff behind the shovel. It's a Greckle Gate in either case too? Yeah. Okay, now we dig. So this doesn't actually get better though. Whereas I could make the spider cheaper. So I think we're actually just going to do that. Okay, Mud Baby would get cheaper if I did another run before going. But I went up here. So if I did that, what would I do? I'd get those stats, I'd get these stats down here. Probably. Because, well, I could also go in here. I do really want to open this. It's just an opportunity cost on those yellows. Those yellows actually open some pretty good stuff. Except for this one, which I'm probably just never going to open at this point. But yeah, opening that yellow gives me access to 3 doors, which is really nice. So if I stick around, I can make you 45 cheaper. Yeah, I guess we would open this one instead. Okay, let's try it. We start yellow. I did want to open down there, but that is 3 enemies that can get cheaper. And this is also only one more attack than that. Okay, at this point I guess we just do this. Do I have a blue? Technically, I have a couple still, okay. Spider or antlion. I guess we'll do this, because... pain. Shovel, I probably do this because it's more stats. And then with the Greckles, now I go through. Okay, it does save locally, I guess. Interesting. Okay, and it's another Mud Baby to get through this level. This room. So I do have... These yellows are not so good. Those are expensive for just a single stat. So I think now actually we just do this. Green can go up, but all that gets me is a spider. That at least gets me health, which is nice. These are pretty cheap as well. One stat does not really help against Wraithwings. So we're probably grabbing health somewhere along the line. I do really want to open that, because there's a lot of stats behind it. And that's an actual good yellow, now that I think I've run through all the good ones. Do we... Maybe we just do this then. Blue. Yeah. Kind of hurts, but I think we just want to get through. Shovel. Shovel gives us a really nice blue. Shovel doesn't give us anything there. Not really anything there. Two attack, huh? Well. Freckles. I can afford to go through either of those because they have the health potion in front of the Mud Baby. Do I have any other choices? This opens up some more blues, but honestly, there's not really anything good behind that. So it's just a matter of me not getting locked because I haven't allowed myself the right doors. But I don't think I'm at any risk of that. As long as I'm continuing to push forward, I think I'll always have a door available of the type that I want. So at this point... Does the top area or the bottom area look more interesting? The top area has hot tiles in it, which will never get better, and the enemies hurt more than the hot tiles right now. So that tells me I probably am better off grabbing it this way. Okay, so I could do a run now. Mud Baby would be 4. I could grab 2 and 2. If I do the yellow up here and the blue down here. Now what would my green be on that route? Spider? Spider's basically free. Now alternatively, I can actually just push forward at this point. This golem is gonna hurt. Okay, so if I go forward, it looks like I'm taking a lot of fights and not really getting stats for it. Now what's the Gray Man worth? Defense is good against him. Okay. Tar Babies. Defense is also pretty good. I think attack probably matters more. Or is it the opposite? High defense. No, high defense, low health enemy. Attack matters more against Gray Man. Tar Baby, it's defense matters more because it's low defense but high health. But it also hits harder. I mean, we want both for both, honestly. Pushing ahead, the main thing that's enticing here is this triple blue. What are the other blues that I'm spending? I get a key, I have a bunch of good blues right now that are available. So actually, I don't think pushing ahead right now is all that useful. And that is health. Health on a yellow. It's not a lot of health. These greens aren't too bad. Get a stat either way. There's a spider there, which is almost free. Yeah, an attack there as well. If I ever open up that yellow. Okay, well, attack makes antlions cheaper. But I'm getting the attack. I'm getting the attack from that blue down there. So maybe I leave them both off right now, actually, and just do this. Also, I'm aware that I'm not saving at any point. I should be. But this is quick enough that I'm not too worried about it. Okay, so if I grab the double defense... The thing is, I do need... That hurts. I do need to do that if I ever want to open that green, which, I mean, it's a terrible green. So... Honestly, I'm doing that for 2 defense, but it's costing me 100 health. But I don't have many other options, do I? I can open another door, actually. That one's pretty cheap if I just want to stall. Okay, I actually have some stall if I want to stall and dig. But the thing is, 2 defense is also just pretty nice to have. Two attack makes a bunch of things cheaper. Not puffs. Puffs hit me 3 times, so this is actually 6 off of each puff. But, Well, we'll do that. The earlier we do it, the better, as long as we can afford to. Okay, so we have health there. Okay, this is better health, and also unlocks some blue doors. This unlocks more doors too, though. Yeah, mud could be cheaper. That's just 50. No. No. I don't need the cheap blues, and that's kind of a terrible dig there, too. But... well, there's not a whole lot of attack left, so maybe we just do it here. Can't afford to do that one now. We need 2 more attack. We can get 2 more attack right now, though. Any other yellows that are at all decent? That one is just health. But then I'm not getting my 2 attack. Okay, so there's an attack there that's now available on green. Antlion never gets cheaper. Wraithwing could get cheaper. So we'll do that. Blue, I can just get myself the health that I so desperately need. Any other blues? No, because I've been avoiding opening that. There is this. Shovel. Shovel's pretty cheap, but not fighting is cheaper. Could grab that 1 defense, but 1 attack helps on Neither, Mud Baby, and Wraithwing. So it actually doesn't help all that much, honestly. Unless I come back a lot later. Don't really need to open that yellow door. No, we'll grab the stats. Okay, and then with Greckles... might as well grab the health and open that. Okay, and so now every door is accessible, except for, I guess, a yellow and a dirt here. Now that we have yellow, we could push forward. 1 more attack makes you cheaper, though. How much cheaper? Significantly, and it also helps on Neither. Okay, so we'll do that. In fact, we could just do the Neither then. for the health. I might as well do the defense though, because I'm actually getting stats. I also have an attack back here. So do I want one attack or do I want one defense? How does stuff look in the next area? How much does attack help me here? Quite a bit against Greymen and Tar Babies, and if I'm breaking into this area... Well, there's also some attack and defense. Like, there's some good stats behind the Mud Baby here, too. So... Right, we're choosing between attack and defense. I'm going to choose attack. Okay, so for the blue then, my choice is unlocking a Greckle Gate or unlocking a Dirt Block, which has a health profit behind both. Let's do this one. So dirt, I can still dig down there. I can dig here, which is free, but that's a health profit that gets cheaper with defense. How desperately do I need health right now, though? I can take on multiple Mud Babies, theoretically. Let's do that, then. Freckles. I can spend 50 for a key. That doesn't sound great. When I could spend... I mean, that never gets cheaper, I guess, but we want to push forward now. Yeah, you're not going to get cheaper. That's an autosave, not a score checkpoint. So, I guess that's fine. 4 attack on Tar Baby, 2 on Greyman. If I go through that green, it doesn't really get me anything. That gets me something good, though. Blue. I am just gonna start digging here. Shovel, probably the antlion. Yeah, antlion. Greckles now, we can actually do double attack, or we can do triple defense. Well, double attack makes the Greyman actually cheaper than the Mud Baby. Triple defense helps on everything long term. But we are going to have to go through Greyman. And this doesn't cost us health, so let's just do that. So on yellow, could go through Mud Baby, get access to another door. Could also grab a defense. Or spend 50 health for a key. I think that's it. Health isn't looking too terrible, so let's grab the defense. Green could be another defense as well. Two attack for Tar Baby, huh? Is there any attack left? I think I grabbed it all. Grab the stat. We're on blue, which is going up here. Shovel. Got some health there. Or here. And again, the antlion. He's just one hit instead of 2, so we'll do that. I could go Greckles in order to open access to more things. I probably should. We could grab 3 defense, though. And still have options. Where's my next dig if I do that? I still have a dirt block available, so you know what? I think we'll just do this now. And then we have a yellow there that we can do. This one's cheaper. It's actually never going to get cheaper. However, this one does open up. It does open up access to something else, which I can actually just unlock right now. Probably should. Ah, 4 hits, huh? Oh, it's 5 for a tar baby, though. So that's fine. Alright, and we still had a dirt somewhere over here I could do. Yes. Alright, and now we... one attack does help on you, but to get one attack I have to go down through here. And I'd rather open up some passages so I have more choices again. So I'm not getting stuck. Okay, maybe we go down here now. Oh, it doesn't take that long to check though, because there aren't that many rooms. Okay, I have 50 health for a key. That's it. Spend 50 for a key, or also get access to stuff. Green, I'm probably doing that. Yeah, I have those two choices. And that's it. So get access. Blue, that's a lot of stats. I can't afford it. You're not really getting cheaper. How much more? I mean, I could save a little bit. Or I can get... I guess I'd open the antlion so that I have access to the dirt block. Yeah, lots of blue suddenly that I can spend. Well, maybe we try to put that off for one more cycle. Does it help with anything else? What would I do? So if I did a blue... If I did that blue, I'd get a shovel. What do I do with the shovel? I guess I go down here and get Greckles and an attack. And then with the Greckles, I could get another attack. Yellow, green. I could get a defense, which would be 16 health. One defense is 16 health. Is that the best I can do? One defense in the next cycle? Yeah, so it saves me 16 health, but I could also just do this now. And that saves me on everything I do going forward. You know, the Neither's actually stronger than the Mud Babies now. Interesting. Alright, I'm probably grabbing that one attack. How's the Rock Golem looking? Doable, actually. At the end of this cycle, probably. We could do it. Don't have any choices, actually. Well, I do, I guess. I'll do the one that gives me access. Alright. And... guess we'll do access. And access. So now for green... Yeah, the golem does hit pretty hard. Those aren't great. The only access choice I have there is to spend a blue. So if I care about access, that's the thing to do, I guess, but probably don't care enough. Because what does that access even get me? It gets me a dig, right? Yeah. And I have digs up here I'd rather do anyway. Attack is useless on everybody except for Rock. Except if I get that +3 attack, it helps on Grey Man. Alright. But I'm doing... Yeah, okay. Well, I guess then we'll do it this way. And dig. Freckles. This one's free. How are yellows looking? I think I want the health. That's how yellows are looking. Okay, I did want to do that, but I don't think I can make them free in time. Unless I do... Really? I'm doing that because this can become cheaper. Sort of. So I've got a blue, which I have to spend here. Okay, might as well spend it there. Alright, and now I get up here. Which helps. Not against the golem, actually. So I guess I'm spending one more full cycle in here at least. Uh, 50 on the key, or 80 for a key. Alright. One of those cheaper than the other. 50 for a key. Or I get attack. I can get some defense here. And health, yes. I think I have all of the stats now. So now I have to spend a blue. It's free either way, let's just grab this one so that that's another level, another room clear. That's free with health. This is more health, but not free. But not getting any cheaper. And there is a force arrow there. So now the question is, do I do the last cycle? You know what, it's a silly time to do this, but I'm actually going to save now. One more cycle. And let's just do the cycle. Which will be a profit. Yeah, okay, it will be a profit to do one more cycle. I think. Okay, Cyclotron, Rock Golem. And that was it. Okay, so there wasn't a secret room afterwards. Henry made it out of the Cyclotron, but the constant spinning between key types left him dizzy. As he staggered over the bridge, leaving the large machine, a large gust of wind knocked him over, and he tumbled to his death. It was tragic. But not to worry, he simply started a new game and was back in the action. I don't know about that. You can't get knocked into a pit. That's not a thing, and we don't have a wind mechanic yet. Alright, so... yeah, Cyclotron, interesting having... I think that had a lot of... It was interesting because you had a whole bunch of different choices you could make, and you're trying to optimize between them. Which is really the fun part of DROD RPG. And it kept... the fact that you're constantly switching between item types really just meant that you had 5 separate puzzles that you were optimizing at the same time, but there's a little bit of overlap between them. But no, that was pretty good. I enjoyed that one. And I guess I could have done this last time, but let's get a quick preview here. The Land by Zendaris. That will be next time. I will see you then.